Hi everyone, good morning. Can you see my screen, everyone? I'm audible. Can you confirm
Yes,
anyone?
yes,
Yes, you are
yes.
audible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So it's already 7:02, right? So we can start. We can start the session. People are still joining. Let's get started. Fine. So welcome to Harsha Trainings. So this is introduction to DevOps and cloud. Okay. Yeah. So before going to this, yeah, this is a multi-cloud with the DevOps master program. So this is a multi-cloud. So three clouds will be covered in our course. Okay. So AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, three clouds will be covered here. So most of the organizations, most of the project teams, they are using at least two clouds, either AWS and Azure, or AWS GCP, or Azure GCP, right? So three clouds will be covered here, and also DevOps tools. Most of the DevOps tools covered here. Okay, nearly 13 tools will be covered. So every tool will go deep dive. This is master program, right? So AWS nearly 35 to 40 services will be covered. So Azure GCP, yeah. So 50% of the services will be covered. Okay, and the DevOps, most of the tools will be covered. Fine. Yeah, before going to this, let me introduce myself first. My name is Ram. I'm having 16 plus years of experience in IT. Last 6.5 years I'm working on, I am teaching, I'm in teaching. So yeah, last 8.5 years I'm working on DevOps practices and a cloud. So my skill sets are Java, Linux, DevOps, AWS, Azure and GCP. Fine, these are the skill sets. Fine, I'm certified Kubernetes, I'm certified AWS, Azure, Google Cloud. Fine, let's get started. So today's agenda here is prerequisite to join multi-cloud with DevOps. What are the prerequisites to learn multi-cloud with DevOps? And who can join this course? Course information. So instructions to attend this course. So what is DevOps? What is automation? Why the project teams are looking for DevOps and cloud platforms? So what are the importance? What is cost saving? So why this? Why the cloud and DevOps is very popular now, right? So most of the project teams are using DevOps tools, right? So why they are using DevOps tools and why they are using cloud platforms? And what is the role and responsibilities of DevOps engineer in real-time projects? Next one is SDLC process. So these are all we are going to discuss today. Yeah, let us go with one by one. So I give you time for asking questions. So wait for some time if you have any questions. So while going through all the concepts, okay, you can take down your questions. You can hold your questions, and I give you time for asking questions. So by the time you can ask, okay, yeah, fine. So prerequisite, yeah, what are the prerequisites to join multi-cloud with DevOps? Okay, so here there is no prerequisites. So anyone can learn multi-cloud and DevOps tools, right? So anyone can learn, anyone. So non-IT guys, freshers, right? The people who are having some career gap and IT employees, admins, testers, developers. So anyone can switch their current role to DevOps role. So here there is no prerequisites because so our course starts from very scratch level, very basic level. So basic level to advanced level will go deep dive. Fine. So what is network? What is switch? What is router? What is server? What is load balancer? So what is IP address? What is the gateway? What is subnet? So these are all will be covered first. So basics will be covered first. So once you cope up, once you understand the basics, then we'll slowly will enter into cloud. Okay. So anyone can learn and anyone can cope up in the projects. So our code starts from very scratch level. Okay, yeah, so here very important things. So first one is your time required here, 3 months you need to dedicate. So daily 2 to 3 hours you need to spend time. So daily 1.5 hour live class will be there. So 1.5 hour live class will be there. After that you need to practice. So minimum 1 hour to 1.5 hour. So yeah, if required 2 hours, 1 hour to 2 hours, right? So if you dedicate 3 months, if you spend your time for 3 months, within 3 months you can easily crack your interview. You can easily switch into project, DevOps project. Fine. Yeah, your effort. So daily basis you need to practice. Everyone should practice daily basis. So far I have completed 82 batches. So this batch is 83 batch. So our batch is 83 batch. Yeah. So most of the people once complete the course, they're getting offers. They're cracking the interviews, right? So in my last batch, so last batch is still AWS is going. Okay, so AWS is yeah, almost ending. Okay, so people, one guy, so he switched to AWS cloud from his current platform to AWS cloud within the organization. So my, yeah, last batch, like 80th batch, one guy cracked the interview recently, right? Yeah, so the batch is in ending. Okay, so most of the people once complete the course, they're cracking the interview, they are moving to DevOps projects. So yeah, you need to put your efforts daily basis. You need to practice. Then only can easily crack your interview. You can easily cope up in the projects. Yeah, your dedication, right? So 3 months you need to dedicate. So 3 months you need to dedicate. Okay. So yeah. So if you normally people tendency normally. So okay. So weekdays classes will be happened. Weekend we can practice. Not, don't do like that. Okay. So 5 days classes will be happened. So Saturday Sunday we can practice. People are thinking like that, right? So don't do like that. So daily basis everyone should practice. You need to spend some time, right? You need to spend some time daily basis. If you miss any class, yeah, due to some emergency, you'll get recording session. So immediately can go through the recording session and okay, yeah. So your time, your effort, your dedication is very important here to crack the interview to get into the projects. Okay, yeah. Next one, who can join this course? Who can join this course? IT employees, developers, testers, support engineers, admins, they can easily learn DevOps and cloud, and also non-IT guys. So in my batches, in my previous batch and before that batches also, 50% of the people non-IT guys and freshers. Okay, so non-IT guys, yeah, so you can easily cope up. You can easily cope up. So because we don't go directly into cloud, we don't go directly into DevOps, right? So first we'll cover all the basics, right? So very scratch level, very basic level we'll start our course, right? So in my batch, yeah, 80th batch, one guy is in Cognizant. His background is civil engineering, civil engineer. So he's having 9 years experience in civil. So recently switched to IT. So he's in Cognizant. He got very good package also, right? Yeah. So non-IT guys and freshers, right? So don't need to confuse. So here our course will start from very basic level. So if you have any basic level question, also you can ask me. And if you have any confusions, I clear your confusions. Okay. So you can easily switch to IT, right? Yeah. So in my batches, non-IT guys, freshers, they are moved to IT projects. So currently, yeah, so they are getting very good packages also in my previous batches. Okay, yeah. So non-IT guys, freshers, and IT employees also, they can easily learn DevOps and cloud, and also here freshers like 2021 pass outs, 2022 pass outs, 2023 pass outs, right? So everyone can, yeah, any year pass outs, they can easily learn DevOps and cloud. They can easily switch to the projects. Okay, and also people who have some career gap also can join. So how can we fill the gap? I guide you. So whatever gap you have, so like 2 years or 1 year or 3 years, so how to fill that? I guide you. How can we fill that? How can we prepare the resume? I prepare your resume. I prepare your resume and I give you yeah, all the tips and tricks. How can we crack the interview, right? So FAQs I'll share with you, soft copies I'll share with you, right? So video recording will be there with you, right? So you can go through this, whatever we guide, so whatever guidance we are providing. So if you follow that, you can easily crack your interview, you can easily cope up in the project. So the people who are having some career gap also can easily learn DevOps and easily crack the interview, and you can easily cope up in the projects. Okay, so anyone can learn DevOps and cloud. So because our course starts from very scratch level to advanced level. Fine. Next one. So course information. So course name, multi-cloud with DevOps. Three clouds will be covered: AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud. Three clouds will be covered with the DevOps. So DevOps is not tool, right? DevOps is not a tool. So multiple tools. It's a combination of development and operations, right? So what is DevOps? I explain. Wait for some time. Okay. So trainer. So my name is Ram. I'm having 16 plus years of experience in IT. So entire course, I'm only the trainer. Multi-cloud, I'll take care, and DevOps also I'm taking. So I'm only the trainer for multi-cloud with DevOps, no others, right? Yeah, course duration 3 months plus or minus 10 days. 3 months plus or minus 10 days. So if you take daily 1.5 hour strictly, we can complete within 3 months. So sometimes so yeah, some if any difficult topics are there, I can wind up within 1 hour. Okay, sometimes 1 hour 15 minutes because I need to give some time for asking questions, right? So yeah, sometimes I'll take weekends also, Saturdays also. So 3 months it will take 3 months, and some yeah, plus or minus 10 days. Okay, class frequency Monday to Friday. So daily 1.5 hour, 1 hour 15 minutes class will be happened, and 15 minutes question hours. Question I give you time for asking questions. Okay, and sometimes Saturdays also, weekly 5 days classes, sometimes Saturdays also. Duration, yeah, so class duration 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. IST daily. Class mode, classroom and online, right? So course material, I provide you all the documents, soft copies, right? So for example, we have done EC2 in AWS. In AWS, one topic completed. So the same day I provide you the soft copy of the material, right? So class videos, backup videos will be provided 1 year access. So we upload into Google Drive. You can access the videos for 1 hour, 1 year. 1 year you can access. Okay, yeah. So course fee, so it is 20K. Okay, so because multi-cloud with DevOps, right? So three clouds will be covered. So three clouds will go deep drive. Fine, with DevOps. So this is very minimal. So multi-cloud with DevOps fee very minimal, right? So if you pay by cash, it would be 17,000 because we have to pay the GST, right? Yeah. So this is course information and instructions to attend the course. So laptop or desktop is mandatory with 8 GB RAM. For practicing, we require one laptop or desktop. It is mandatory. So some people are asking, so can I practice in mobile? It is not possible, right? So either laptop or desktop is mandatory with 8 GB RAM. Why I'm saying 8 GB RAM? So because when we connect Kubernetes, when we connect Jenkins, when we connect Docker, when we connect Ansible, so we get some performance issue. If you have 4 GB, that is why we need to, yeah, we need to have so 8 GB minimum. So currently most of the laptops are having 8 GB RAM, right? Yeah, you have to attend daily class, live class for 1.5 hour. Okay, so daily class, live class should be live class is very important, right? So people are thinking like, okay, anyways, recording will be available, so I can go through the recording. So don't do like that. So live class is very effective. In live, you can ask questions. So people are asking questions, you can understand, right? So people will ask questions in the session, you can understand, right? And daily 2 to 3 hours practice is required here, at least 2 hours. Okay, yeah, weekly tasks will be provided. So weekly tasks will be provided here. So whatever like, so in our course 15 live projects will be covered. In our course 15 live projects will be covered. So those are very important projects. So in real-time projects, how can we implement? Same way we can implement in our sessions. Okay. So you require one laptop and internet connectivity. That's it. We don't require any applications to be installed on your laptop. No need to install any applications. So we can connect to AWS. We can deploy all the tools in the AWS only. Right? Required laptop and internet connectivity. That's it. So in your laptop, no need to install any packages. We can connect to the AWS account. AWS account is free for 1 year, right? Yeah. So once we connect, so in AWS only, we can create, deploy all the tools, and we can work on all the tools. Clear, right, everyone? Any questions up to here, anyone? So before going to DevOps, any questions up to here, anyone? I give you unmute option. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. Any questions, anyone so far? Is it clear to you? Course information?
Yeah, I have a question regarding the fee payment.
Yes. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, how do I do it? Because I'm here, I'm in the States actually, so it's evening right now, and then I want to join the course. So I believe this is a demo, and then from tomorrow it's gonna like start like fully, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Yes. Yeah, we
So,
provide you account details. We provide you account details. Okay. So after the session, we provide you account
okay.
details. You can
Uh-huh.
transfer or you can make phone pay if you have any friends in
Oh,
India.
okay. Phone Pay, Google Pay is also fine, right?
Yes, yes. Credit card also you can make use credit card also.
Okay. Okay. So all the details will be provided after the class, I
Yes,
believe,
yes. We
right?
provide you. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Hi, I have a question over here.
Yeah.
So these classes which we are going through right now, so will it be recorded?
Yes, yes. Recorded. Yes.
All right, all right.
Also, one more question I had is like if I have any doubts other than the class time, would I be able to contact you or email or something like that?
Yeah. So while practicing, if you have any questions, we have yeah we create one WhatsApp group. So every batch is having
Mm-hmm.
WhatsApp group. I'll show you.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are the groups here. See here. These are the WhatsApp groups. 81
Okay.
batch, 11 batch, 82 batch, 80th batch, 8 So every batch is having one WhatsApp group. While practicing, if you have any questions, you can take the screenshot and post into the group like this. So whatever questions you have, you can take the screenshot like this and you can post into the group. So that I give you solution. So the people who have already practiced, they give you response here. So people are sharing the screen, yeah, sharing the screenshots like this, right? So you can share the screenshot. So while practicing, if you have any questions, so that yeah, you will get solution.
Okay.
I have
Thank
a
you.
question. In the month of February, I won't be able to attend almost 2 weeks in the middle of February, the middle 2 weeks. Uh, I know we can access it for the whole year after the program ends. But my question is, would that affect my ability to do projects or I don't know what the schedule would be, but I'm just a little bit concerned would it affect me overall to skip 2 weeks
Fine.
and in February.
Yeah, understood your question. Okay. So if you have any emergency or if you want to, yeah, have some, for example, if you have any something, you cannot attend the classes. So by the time recording will be there. So projects also recording will be there. So live projects also recordings will be there, right? So if you have time for attending projects, so you can attend the project. So yeah, while working on AWS, while working on AWS, so AWS VPC, virtual private cloud, one service is there. In that we do one project, auto scaling. So I inform you, so before going to the project I inform you definitely. So by the time you can make yourself available and you can attend.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Hi, hi, sir.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead please. Yes.
Sir, from when the real-time class will be happening, sir? From tomorrow or any days after this time class?
From tomorrow only. Yeah, batch is already started from today onwards. Okay, batch will not be postponed. From tomorrow onwards, live classes will be started. Regular classes will be started.
That
Regular session.
payment and all, you have to pay it in one shot or it's installment, anything is there?
Yeah, actually it is one shot. So because the last a few batches we gave two shots, but we got so many issues. We faced so many issues. Okay. Yeah. This
From
is one time.
tomorrow we have to pay or any means the time limit is there, sir? Within 2 3 days, we can able to pay that. That
Tomorrow or day after you can make. No issues.
okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I had the same question. So, is the payment like does the payment need to be done by tomorrow or like how is it?
Yeah,
Like, do
you
you
will
have
have
like
2 days time. No issues. Two
okay?
days
So
like
I can still access the class tomorrow, right?
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah. Now, if you have any other questions, you can hold for some time. I give you time for asking questions. Okay. Yeah. What is DevOps? What is DevOps? So why this DevOps tools are very popular now? Why the project teams are opting DevOps tools, DevOps methodology? So what is Agile? What is Sprint? So why the project teams are looking for Agile methodology? So earlier we used to use waterfall. Currently we are using Agile. So what is DevOps? We'll try to understand now. Okay. Yeah, so DevOps is a set of practices. DevOps is not a tool. If anyone asks you this question, what is DevOps? What would be your answer? It is a set of practices that combine software development and IT operations, right? Yeah. So where the multiple tools are connected to each other to perform automation of all the activities. What is automation? So currently in real-time projects, whatever activities we are performing manually, those activities we can do in automated way. Like deployments, code deployments. Developer develop the code, right? Developer develop the applications. So those applications we deploy on production servers or web servers or app servers, right? Yeah. So currently, whatever activities we are doing in manually, those activities we can do in automated way. So by using DevOps tools, right? Like Kubernetes, Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform. These are all very core tools, very advanced tools. So by single click, we can deploy a number of applications. By single click, we can move the code, we can merge the code, we can push the code, we can pull the code, whatever you want. So by using automation tools, we can perform any activity by single click, right? Yeah, so it's a continuous deployments, continuous integration, continuous testing, continuous monitoring. So what is deployment, what is integration, what is testing, what is monitoring? We'll see in further slides. Okay. Yeah. Let us go with little bit history of DevOps. DevOps arena started in 2008. It is not new process. DevOps is not new process. It is very old process which was started in 2008. So by the time in 2008 we used to use very old tools like Puppet. Puppet is one of the DevOps tool. So we used to use Puppet, right? So Puppet is not a 100% automation tool, right? So 50% of manual efforts required here. So currently we are using Ansible, which is very advanced tool. We are using Kubernetes, which is very advanced tool, right? So we are using Jenkins. These are all very advanced tools, 100% automation tools. Fine. So DevOps is not new process. It was started in 2008. Fine. So here we have two sections, developers and operations. So what is developer? What is operation? Right? The person who is developing the code, who is developing applications are nothing but developer. Right? So normally, so developers, what they will do, they prepare the application, they work on the coding part. So as a DevOps engineer, we don't require any coding part. We don't need to involve into coding part. So zero coding. So DevOps engineer will not do any coding part. DevOps engineer will not do any testing. DevOps engineer will do the automation activities. Automation. So we coordinate with the developers and operations team, right? So developer will develop the applications and operations are nothing but collection of all the servers, collection of all the devices which are hosted in the data center. What is data center? Data center is a server room. where we host all the servers, where we host all the load balancers, where we host all the network devices, where we host all the backup devices, right? So routers, these are all, right? So operations are nothing but so collection of all the devices which are hosted in the data center. Data center is a server room. Fine. Now, let us take small example here. Let us take small Java project. If I want to start any project, if I want to work on any project, very first thing we require server setup. Servers required, right? So why we require servers? Servers are having high computing power. So in our laptop or desktop, only one CPU, one storage, one RAM module, right? So yeah, so we cannot store the data into our laptop or desktop, right? So we can store into server. Developer develop the code, they can directly store into servers because yeah, server is having high computing power, number of RAM modules, number of storages, number of CPUs. In case one CPU is down, one RAM is down, one storage is down, nothing will be happen. Server will not be down, right? Centrally we can access servers, right? So very first thing we require servers if you want to start any project. If you want to work on any project, very first thing servers required. So when we talk about servers, servers are different types of servers are there. Development servers, UAT servers, pre-prod servers, production servers. So different type of environments. Development. So developer work on the development servers. UAT servers, testers will test the code on the UAT servers. Pre-prod servers. Before going to deploy on production, first we need to deploy onto pre-prod. After that, we can move to production servers, right? So here, developer develop the code, admins will prepare the servers, right? Developers develop the code, admins will prepare the servers here. So currently, no admin roles are available. No admins. Admins already gone. Currently, DevOps engineers, cloud engineers, right? Yeah. See here. For example, three developers are working on same requirement. They are working on their local workspace, which is a local desktop or laptop. Okay, three developers are working on same requirement, same application development. They're working on, so they are working on their local laptops or desktops. So once develop the code, they push the code to integrated servers, which are development servers, UAT or QA servers, pre-prod and production servers. Okay, so so three developers are working on sprints. So normally in real-time projects, we'll call it a sprint. Sprint is nothing but timeline. Sprint is nothing but timeline. In Agile methodology, we use sprints, right? So sprint can be 1 week to 1 month. So once complete the sprint, they push the code to development servers. So from here it will move to testing servers. So after that we can move to pre-prod. So finally we deploy onto production servers. So application will be developed in development server. That application we don't directly deploy onto production. Before that, testing should be happened, right? Yeah, fine. Now, developer develop the code, testers will test the code, operations team prepare the servers, but who will move the code from one environment to other environment? Development to UAT, UAT to pre-prod, pre-prod to production, will move the code from one environment to other environment. So DevOps engineers will move the one environment to other environment. This is one of the DevOps engineer role. So DevOps engineer will do the automation activities and also code movement, right? So we work on some tickets, we work on some daily activities, right? We'll explain that. I'll explain that. Okay. So this is one of the DevOps engineer role. Code will be moved from one environment to other environment. DevOps engineer will take care. So DevOps engineer will not do any development. DevOps engineer will not work on coding part. We don't require any coding part. Fine. Yeah. So we are discussing about code movement, right? So here we are using here we have develop DevOps tools, very important tools. So by using DevOps tools, how can we deploy the code? How can we move the code? Let's try to understand now. Okay. So this is Git local Git. Okay. So developers, they work on local Git. In local Git, developer develop the code. So once complete this development in local, they push the code to a remote repository, which is GitHub. Okay. Yeah. So what is the Git here? What is Git? Okay, Git is a repository tool or version control tool. Repository tool or version control tool. What is repository? Anyone? Where we store our data, where we save our source code is nothing but repository. What is version? What is version control? Right? So in Java, for example, if you take Java, hundreds of lines will be there. The code, hundreds of lines. So for example, one developer develop the code today. After 1 month, he come back and check. He may not understand who developed this code because number of lines. Here, to avoid that, we use the version control system. So based on these comments, who did changes, when did changes, what purpose did changes. So based on these comments, Git will track the versioning. So who did what? Who developed a front end? Who developed a back end? Who developed a database? Who developed plugins? So Git will track. Git will track by using version control system. Git is a repository tool or version control tool. So repository is nothing but where we store our source code, where we store our data is nothing but repository. It can be any data, right? So version control system is nothing but, so it will track the changes. Who did what? Understand, right, everyone? So in local Git, developer develop the code. Once development is completed, they push the code to GitHub, which is remote repository. Once the code is moved to GitHub, so in this flow, our next tool is Jenkins. Okay. So what is Jenkins? What Jenkins will do? Jenkins is a CI/CD tool. CI/CD, continuous integration, continuous deployment tool, or continuous delivery tool also, right? So in DevOps, we have multiple tools are there. All the tools are individual tools. One tool will not communicate other tool. Here Jenkins is a mediator tool. It will integrate all the tools, it will communicate all the tools by installing plugins. So what is plugin? So for example, if I want to pull the code from GitHub to Jenkins, developer push the code to GitHub. As a DevOps engineer, my role starts from Jenkins. Okay, Git and GitHub, these two tools are developer tools. Okay, so our tools, our roles will start from Jenkins. Okay, so Jenkins is a CI/CD tool, continuous integration, continuous delivery tool. So in Jenkins, what we will do first, we can integrate GitHub with the Jenkins. We can integrate Maven with the Jenkins. What is Maven? I'll explain. So all the tools we can integrate with the Jenkins. After that, in Jenkins, what we will do, we can prepare jobs. For example, my requirement here is I want to pull the code from GitHub to Jenkins. So when I want to pull the code from GitHub to Jenkins, what I will do, I can prepare jobs in Jenkins. I trigger the jobs. When I trigger the jobs, Jenkins will take the code from GitHub to Jenkins. In Agile methodology, we use this DevOps tools, right, to automate the activities. Fine. Yeah. So whatever code developed by developer, they push the code to GitHub. From GitHub, Jenkins will pull the code. So once code is pulled to the Jenkins, so which is raw code, whatever code we pulled from GitHub to Jenkins, which is raw code. Raw code is nothing but it is a unstructured code, unformatted code. So raw code will not understand by application servers. We cannot directly deploy onto application servers. So because which is raw code, right? Raw code is yeah, unstructured code, unformatted code. So this raw code we need to convert into one artifact, one binary file. So that is why we required one more tool, which is Maven. So whatever code we received from GitHub to Jenkins, which is raw code, so raw code will be pushed to the Maven. So Maven is a build tool which will generate artifacts. So it will convert into WAR file, JAR file, ER file. So based on the application, Maven will convert into artifact as a binary file. So once it is converted into artifact binary file, that will give back to Jenkins. Jenkins will push that artifact to application server. Here we deploy the jar file or war file or ER file. Clear, right, everyone? Up to here it is clear, right, everyone? Yeah. So normally developers, for example, they are working on Java development. Java development. So when we talk about Java development, so in Java development, three types of developments will be there. In Java, three types of application development will be there. So desktop application development, desktop application, web application, and also enterprise application. So desktop application, what is desktop application? Anyone? For example, I have a calculator. calculator. So this is the desktop application. This calculator will work in my local laptop only. So my calculator you cannot access. Your calculator I cannot access. So this is my desktop application, right? Yeah. So developer develop the desktop application, for example. So Maven, what it will do, once they push the code to GitHub, Jenkins will take and hand over to Maven. Maven will convert into jar file, Java archive file. Okay. So desktop application will work in only our laptop or desktop, right? So for example, developers are developing web application, web application. So Maven will convert into WAR file, web archive file. So if the developers are developing enterprise application, so Maven will convert into ER file, enterprise archive file. So based on the application development, Maven will convert into respective format, respective artifact. That artifact will be hand over to Jenkins. Jenkins will push that artifact to target servers like application servers, Tomcat server, JBoss server, WebLogic server. So many application servers are there, right? So you can deploy WAR files on application server. Clear, right, everyone? This is, we can say, build and release process, or we can say CI/CD process. Any questions up to here, anyone? If you have any questions, you can post into the chat. I give you time for asking questions. Okay. So meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can post into the chat here. Go to meeting chat. Okay. Fine. For example, in your laptop, you have 100 documents are there. In your laptop, you have 100 PDF documents are there. So I asked you to send those documents to me. I asked you to send those documents to me. What is the simplest way to send those documents to me? How can you send? Instead of attaching all the documents into the Gmail, what we will do? We can convert into one zip file. That zip file you can attach to the email and send it across, right? So same way, same functionality will work in Maven also. So Maven will take the raw code and will convert into one binary file. So war file, jar file, ER file. That binary file will hand over to Jenkins. Jenkins will push that binary file to application servers and we deploy the war file, jar file, ER file in the application server. Clear, right, everyone? See here. So Jenkins will push the raw code to Maven. Maven will convert into artifact, war file, jar file, ER file. That will give back to Jenkins. So Jenkins will push to application servers. Here we deploy the code. Fine. Now, so we have advanced tools are there to deploy the code. We are talking about deployment, right? We are talking about deployment. WAR files will be deployed onto application servers by using Jenkins. We are talking about deployments, right? So here we have advanced tools are there, automation tools. To deploy the code, we have very advanced tools are there, which are like Ansible, Chef and Puppet. So currently Puppet we are not using. Chef we are using only 10% of the project teams. Most of the project teams we are using Ansible. Most of the project teams they are using Ansible currently, right? So what is Ansible? Why Ansible? What is the importance of Ansible? Let's try to understand. Yeah. So for example, let's try to understand Ansible. Okay. For example, I have 1,000 servers are there. I want to install Java on 1,000 servers. I want to install Java on 1,000 servers. How can we install? So these servers are manual servers. We are not using any automation tools. We are not using any scripting here. Okay, so these are all manual servers. Manually, I want to install Java on 1,000 servers. So how can we proceed for this activity, right? So very first thing, what we will do, let us take one server. How can we install Java? Let's try to understand. Okay, on 1,000 servers, on single server. So first we need to connect server, right? First we need to connect server using RDP or PuTTY, right? So if you want to connect Windows server, we need to use RDP, remote desktop. So if you want to connect a Linux server, we need to use PuTTY to connect server. After that, we need to login server, right? By using username and also password, right? So after that, once we log into the server, we can check Java installed or not, right? So after that, if the Java is not installed, we require package. If the Java is not installed on the servers, we require Java software to be installed, right? So we need to get the package software. So normally in real-time projects, we don't use any pen drives because USB ports will be disabled, firewalls will be there, right? And also we don't use any external drives. We don't download it from the internet, right? So that is why what we will do, we can copy Java software from shared folders. Shared folders or SharePoint. Central repositories. From central repository, you can copy the software into target servers. Okay. Once we copy, after that, what we will do? We can install Java. After that, we need to set environment variables. Without setting environment variables, Java will not be accessible, right? So we need to set the path, which is environment variables. Finally, we need to reboot or restart server, right? So these are the steps we need to follow. Why we need to restart server? So whatever package we deployed, that should be reflected, right? So if you want to, yeah, use that soft package whatever you deployed, so we need to restart, then only changes will be reflected, right? So these are the steps we need to follow to deploy the Java manually, right? For example, 2 to 3 years experience guy, how much time will take to perform this activity on single server? So on single server, 2 to 3 years experience guy, he may take 30 minutes to perform this activity. 30 minutes. So if the person is expert, he may take 15 minutes, right? So let us say 10 minutes only. 10 minutes only. 10 into we have 1000 servers are there. 10,000 minutes it will take to perform this Java deployment on 1000 servers. So normally in real-time projects, so whenever we receive any ticket or request, so normally we have ticketing systems, right? Ticketing tools like Jira, ServiceNow, BMC Remedy. These are all the ticketing systems, right? Yeah. So we receive tickets request, right? So whenever we receive any request or ticket, every ticket will have some SLA. Every ticket will have some SLA. What is SLA? Anyone? What is SLA? It's a service level agreement, right? What is service level agreement? It is a timeline, right? So every ticket will have some SLA, which is timeline. So based on the ticket priority, so for example, priority one, P1 ticket will have 1 hour time, 1 hour SLA. So P2 ticket, priority 2 ticket is having 4 hours. So P3 ticket, priority 3 ticket will have 24 hours. Priority 4, P4 ticket will have 48 hours. Right? So like this, every ticket will have some priority, right? So every ticket will have some priority. Based on the priority, we need to close the ticket. Otherwise, what will happen? Otherwise, what will happen? It will escalate to next level. The ticket is escalated. What will happen? Our KPI will be impacted. KPI. What is KPI? Key performance indicators. So our performance will be degraded, right? So within the time frame, we have to close the ticket. Otherwise, what will happen? That will impact to our KPI, key performance indicators, right? So when one-to-one happened, by the time, definitely, so the manager will point this, right? So KPI will be impacted. So that is why to avoid all these things, we are using currently automation tools, right? So if you deploy Java on 1,000 servers, it takes 10,000 minutes, right? So 10,000 minutes, client will not wait, client will not give time, right? So within 1 hour, within 4 hours, within 24 hours, the ticket should be closed. Otherwise, that will be escalated to next level. To avoid this, we are using automation tools which are like Ansible, Chef, and Puppet. So currently Puppet we are not using. So Puppet is completely outdated. So here Chef we are using 10% of the positives only, 10% only. 10% of the positives they are using Chef. So 90% of the positives they are using Ansible. So Ansible is very popular tool, very advanced tool, right? Now same requirement, how can we achieve using Ansible? Let's try to understand quickly. So I don't take much time. So hardly 5 minutes I can explain this Ansible. So same requirement by using Ansible, how can we achieve? Let's try to understand. For example, this is my Ansible server. Ansible server, right? So I have 1,000 servers are there. On this 1,000 servers, I want to deploy Java using Ansible in automated way. Here we have development servers, 300 servers, QA servers, 300 servers, prod servers, 400 servers. Okay. So on this 1,000 servers, I want to deploy Java using Ansible. For which, what we will do, very first thing, we need to authenticate from Ansible to development, QA, and production servers. Okay. So in Ansible, we use SSH authentication. We use SSH authentication. So in Ansible, we have two types of authentications are there, which are like key-based authentication and also user-based authentication. Key-based and user-based. So most of the organizations, they are using key-based on first one only. We don't require this. Okay. So we use key-based authentication. So what is key-based authentication? In Ansible, we generate one key, one public key. Command here is keygen. Keygen is the command to generate the public key. That key we can move to the dev QA production. Once we add this key into dev QA production, authentication will be established. Authentication. Once authentication is established, so after that we need to prepare inventory groups. So what is inventory group? Server information, right? So we have three different types of servers: development servers. So we have 300 servers, QA servers. We have 300 servers, prod servers. We have 400 servers, right? So all the server information we need to prepare in the inventory. So why we require three groups? We can create only one group also, right? Why we require three groups here? Because, for example, I want to deploy some plugins on only development environment. By the time I can select development group only. So I want to deploy testing tools on QA server. So I can select only QA group only. I want to deploy prod applications on production servers only. I can select this group. So to segregate the servers, we require groups here. Okay. So once we prepare the groups, after that we need to prepare small simple YAML files, YAML script, very simple script. I'll show you while working on Ansible. So YAML script is nothing, which is nothing but we can say playbook. So very simple script, very user-friendly script, which is provided by Ansible only to deploy Java. So once we prepare, so you can trigger this playbook. Once we prepare, we can trigger this playbook. So once we trigger this script, so Java will be installed on all the servers within 1 minute. Within 1 minute, it's a parallel process, right? Within 1 minute, we can install Java on all the servers. Once we install Java, we get some report, one report by Ansible. So in that we can check it out. How many servers are deployed? If any servers are failed, we can deploy and we can re-trigger. Understand right, everyone? By using Ansible, we can perform any activity within 1-2 minutes. That's it. So here time will be saved. Cost also will be saved. Clear, right, everyone? So here there is the entry question. There is the entry question, very common question. So interviewer asks you, if I want to deploy Java on 1,000 servers or my production servers, why should I go with Ansible? I can use shell scripts also. I can use shell scripts also. Why should I take Ansible license? Why should I go with Ansible? Right? So here answer is idempotency. Answer is idempotency. What is idempotency? Let's try to understand. Okay. So even though you can use shell scripts also you can use to install Java. But when we use shell scripts, what will happen? For example, 1,000 servers are there. 500 servers already Java is available. Other 500 servers Java is not there. So you selected 1,000 servers to deploy the Java using shell scripts. So by the time what will happen? So whatever servers already exist, the Java, that will be removed first. Again we deploy Java by shell scripts. So already Java team is working on application development. The Java is removed, what will happen? Some disturbance will be happen, right? Yeah, shell scripts also fine, but shell scripts are yeah, so it will remove and it will reinstall. That is very, yeah, so people will get some disturbance, right? Developers. So Ansible is not like that. So whatever servers already Java is available, those will not be disturbed by Ansible. Okay, so Ansible will tell you the Java is available already in this server. Whatever servers are not available, Java is not available, those will be installed. You understood, right, everyone? Ansible is very smart, very advanced tool. So by using Ansible, we can perform any automation activity, not only Java deployment, code movement, code merging, code pushing, code pulling, whatever you want, daily activities, we can perform using Ansible. So while working on Ansible, we'll go deep dive. While working on Ansible, we'll go deep dive. Ansible will take 5 days. We'll go deep dive. Understood, right, everyone? Any questions here? Anyone having any questions here? Yeah, someone asking, can you also let us know in detail? Sure. Yeah, what is the format files come Git? So any formats, I mean, so any formats. Git will accept any format. So not only Java, not only Python, not only Ruby, right? Any file formats. SSH authentication. What is SSH authentication, right? So if you want to connect your target servers, some authentication required, right? Here we use the key-based authentication. Authentication. If you want to authenticate, if you want to communicate, right? Authentication required here, which is key-based authentication. One key we need to generate here. That key we can move to the target servers. Authentication will be established. Clear, right, everyone? Yeah. Next one. So this is Ansible architecture. While working on Ansible, I will go deep dive. So I explain entire architecture. Okay. Yeah. This is the process. Ansible will deploy applications on target servers. Yeah. So Ansible we can integrate with the Jenkins. If required, Ansible we can integrate with the Jenkins. Jenkins will trigger the job to Ansible. Ansible will go and deploy the application on target servers. Okay, Ansible no need to integrate with Jenkins. If required, we can integrate. How can we integrate? By installing plugin, we can integrate it with the Jenkins. So integrations are very important. I'll show you how to integrate the tools with Jenkins. Okay. These are the tools we are going to cover in our course. AWS Cloud, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform. 3 clouds will be covered in our course. Linux also, basics will be covered. So Linux 4 to 5 hours will be covered. 4 to 5 hours Linux will be covered. So Git, GitHub, Jenkins, Maven, Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform. So these are all DevOps tools. Shell scripting also will be covered. Grafana, JFrog, Prometheus, SonarQube. These are all DevOps tools, and shell scripting also will be covered. 15 live projects will be covered in our course. 15 live projects will be covered. So every tool will go deep dive, not only installation configuration, right? So every tool will go deep dive. So Git will take 5 hours. Jenkins will take 8 to 10 hours. So like that, every tool will go deep dive, right? Yeah. So Linux modules, these are the Linux modules. Linux will take 4 to 5 hours. These are the tools, DevOps tools we are going to work on. These are the DevOps tools. So here, Git, GitHub, Jenkins, Maven, Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform, Apache Tomcat is a web server, Grafana, Prometheus, JFrog, right? SonarQube. These are all very core tools, very advanced tools. So these 4 tools are very advanced tools. If you learn, yeah. So we are going to learn this many tools, right? We don't work on all the tools in real-time projects. We are going to learn all the tools, but in real-time projects, we don't use all the tools. Project to project, right? So in our project, we are using Kubernetes and Jenkins. Kubernetes and Jenkins. One of my friend is working with Wipro. They are using Docker only. One of my friend is working with SCL. They are using Terraform, right? So we don't use all the tools. If you learn all the tools, what will happen? You can crack any interview. You can fit with any project. Understood, right, everyone? If you learn all the tools, you can fit with any project. So very easier. So if you put some time, if you spend some time, so we can easily learn and we can easily cope up in the projects. Fine. So what is the support we provide? So daily recordings will be provided. FAQs will be provided. Frequently asked questions. Supporting documents, right? And one-to-one support. One-to-one support means, so normally, so we have one WhatsApp group, right? WhatsApp group already created. 83 batch group already created. So people already added into the group. So once you make the fee, you'll add into WhatsApp group. We'll share all the information in the WhatsApp group only, right? Yeah. So one-to-one support means while practicing, if you face any issues, you can take the screenshot and post it to the group. So that already if anyone practice, they give you response, or else I give you response. Okay. Sample projects will be provided. Resume support. I prepare your resume. Technical support. If you have any technical issues, you can ask me in the class, or else, and also you can ask me in the group, right? So before 15 minutes, you can join into the session. If you have any questions, you can ask me. After the session, also, I give you time for asking questions, right? I give you full support until you get job. Clear, right, everyone? Any questions up to here, anyone? Any questions up to here, anyone?
Unmuted. Is a WhatsApp
It's a
group created
it's a
already?
WhatsApp group created.
WhatsApp group already created. Once, yeah, people added into the WhatsApp group. So once you make the fee, so you can add into WhatsApp group. So people already paid. Few guys already paid, so they add into WhatsApp group. So once make the fee, we'll add into WhatsApp group.
Got
Okay.
it. So after the I've asked a few questions here. I believe you missed. Would you be talking about the service and all the cycle of the software and everything that too?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, because it's like really hard to cope up with like we are not used to the technical terms, and because you might know the technical terms for sure.
First session or few sessions, little confusion will be there because the
Uh-huh.
non-IT guys chefs. So once we start working on the basics, you can easily understand. Don't worry about this. So if you have any questions, you can ask me in the real sessions, uh, daily sessions. Okay. So basic level terminology is very important. Okay. So I repeat 2-3 times. Don't worry. Okay. So everyone can easily understand.
Okay.
So once start practicing, you can easily understand all the concepts. So in real time, yeah, in from tomorrow onwards, regular sessions will be started, right? So every concept is very important. Every concept I repeat 2-3 times. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Sir, hi.
Yeah. Go ahead, please. Yes.
Hello. Sir, for that Linux, we have to install it through our laptop, or it is from the cloud based.
No need to install any software in laptop. Okay, so we required Windows operating system. That's it. Windows operating system, internet connectivity required. We can connect to AWS account. How to create AWS account? How can we connect AWS account? I'll show you. It is very simple to create the account, and that account is 1 year free. No need to pay anything for AWS. Okay, so in that we can create all the infrastructure. All the applications we deploy on AWS account only. We don't need to deploy on our local laptop or desktop. Understood, right, everyone? So I explained that. How can we create account? How can we connect AWS account? How can we work on AWS account?
One question. So the classes will be on the weekdays, not no class on the weekends, right?
Monday to Friday only. Sometimes I'll
Okay.
take weekends also.
Okay.
Sometimes any workshops or any projects. Projects also we can take in weekdays only. Sometimes I'll take extra sessions.
So you let us know before, like if you have any session on the weekend, right?
Yes, yes, definitely. I'll inform in the group. I'll inform in the group.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Fine.
So for that cash, 17K we have to pay if you are paying cash, correct?
Yes, by cash. Yes.
But we have to means, go to the institute and pay that. From online payment is not possible, right? 20K
Yeah,
only.
GST we have to pay. GST is there, right?
If any credit card we are paymenting, then it's 20K or more than it.
No, no, credit card also GST will be there, right? Phone Pay, Google Pay,
Yes.
Net Bank,
Okay.
that is GST. So if you pay by cash, you can call me. I give you some. I give you my numbers also. So let's see here. Yeah, give me 1 minute. So these are the highlights of this course. Okay, end-to-end real-time projects will be covered here. Interview session topic wise, resume and interview preparation also available. 3 months complete training will be provided, and 100% job assistance. Job assistance, not job assurance. Okay, job assistance will be provided. Okay, job support is different. Job assistance is different. Okay, yeah. So here internal team structure, email communication, roles, responsibilities, stand-up calls. So these are all basics also will be covered. Okay. Yeah. So these are the phone numbers you can take down everyone. So this is my personal number. This is institute number. Both the numbers you can take down. You can save. Okay. If you have any further questions, you can reach out to me. So we'll discuss. Okay. Yeah. So tomorrow onwards, regular sessions will be started. Tomorrow onwards, regular sessions will be started. So if you have any more questions, you can ask me. Yeah, you can save this number. This is my personal number. You can WhatsApp me, you can call me. We'll discuss. And also, trainers, they never share their personal numbers. Trainers, they never share their personal numbers, right? So from Harsha Trainings, we are sharing our numbers. You can take down everyone. Okay, so trainers, they never give response on personal mobile, right? But my students, all the students are having my number. Fine. Any more questions, anyone?
I just got a question. You're gonna be sending the details how to transfer the money to you?
Sure, sure, sure. We'll provide you account details. So everyone, can you share your WhatsApp number and email address in the chat, the GoToMeeting chat, so that we provide you demo recording, and also we provide you details, course content, everything we provide you. Can you share your WhatsApp number and email address in the chat? So I say hi in the chat. Can you share your WhatsApp number?
They already have my numbers. Do I need to share it again?
Yes, yes.
Like
Yeah,
I've
once
already
can
been
you
getting the broadcast messages.
fine, fine. Yeah. In the broadcast, we'll share the details today. So and also you can share the number here also in the GoToMeeting chat. Everyone, can you share your WhatsApp number and email address? So from tomorrow onwards, regular sessions will be started. So tomorrow also same link will work. Same meeting link will work. Yeah, the same link will work.
Ram sir,
It will be changed very soon. Yeah, go ahead, please. Yes, go ahead, please.
sir, after this training, sir,
Mhm.
how to get call from the company? Means what is the scope of the job right now in the market, and any chances after this training if means 2 3 months we're not getting job? Sir,
I'll give
regarding this, any idea, please?
I'll give you all the information. In the sessions, I'll give you all the information. Okay. How can we get the calls? How can we crack the interview? How can we cope up in the project? Okay. So all the information will be shared in the classes. Don't worry. Fine. Yeah. So tomorrow also same link will work. So everyone can join at 7 a.m. IST sharp tomorrow. Right. Yeah. So tomorrow we are going to discuss about cloud. What is cloud? Why cloud? Why the project teams are looking for cloud infrastructure? Why they are migrating their infrastructure to cloud platforms? Okay. What are the importance? What are the cost saving? We discuss tomorrow. Fine. Yeah, we can wind up here. So you can take down my number here and institute number, both the numbers. You can take down. So if you have any more questions, you can WhatsApp me, you can call me. So that we'll discuss. Fine. Yeah, we can wind up here. Fine. Thank you all.
It's gonna be the same meeting link for tomorrow too, right?
Yes, yes. Tomorrow also same link.